Hey Dreamers, this is Jade, and I never did my August Fibonacci flip or creative journal flip, so we're gonna get through it now. This was just my cover page for August. I was trying some mixed media on the pages behind it, and you see it leaking through here and on here. So yeah, this looks a mess, but anyway. So here is my first entry from August, and this I actually did this after I'd come back from the hospital in September, and I just needed a pick-me-up, so that's why I created this page using Cello Creates printables. Definitely pick-me-up printables, so check her shop out. I have a 15% off coupon code below if anybody is interested. Again, here I was just noting how sometimes when you just make a decision, things fall into place exactly how you need them to, and basically that's what happened for me on this day. And here I was just noting my recent binges, things that I had recently binged. I love my TV. You guys know that. I love stories any way that I can get them. Books, movie, TV series. I love people relating stories to me. I love it however I can get it. So here was the recent binges. The Umbrella Academy Season 2. Absolutely loved it. Lucifer, hilarious. Sons of Anarchy, one of my go-tos. I am actually in the middle of just started re-binging it again. I'm in Season 2. It's a constant re-binge for me, Sons of Anarchy. P-Valley, that was so good. And yeah, I just loved it. The Shy, I loved seasons 1 and 2. This season was all over the place for me, and I don't think it had anything to, for me, it didn't have anything to do with two of the main characters not coming back for this season. That didn't have anything to do with it for me. Anyway, I watched this show on Netflix called Curon. That was a little interesting. And then the New Legends of Monkey. I honestly did not think that Netflix would be coming out with a second season of this because it was just so ridiculous and silly, but I loved it, and the episodes are only like 30 minutes, so I actually ended up binging the whole thing in one night. That was the second season of that, and I just thought it's a cute, corny little show. And then I started re-binging Sherlock on Netflix as well, and I really love that show, and I can understand now how Benedict Cumberbatch, don't know quite how to say his name, Benedict Cumberbatch, was cast for Doctor Strange. I get it. From watching Sherlock, I get why they cast him as Doctor Strange. And so here, I just was feeling disconnected, so I felt like I needed to reconnect, so I started pretty much trying to get back into a regular practice of meditation. And here I was just noting some of my favorite reads I absolutely love. One is The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. If you guys have not read that book, I mean, it's huge, but it is so well worth the read. And the way my man gets his revenge, y'all, it is the ultimate book of revenge, and you talking about patience. It's so good. I mean, the details and the nuance in that book is absolutely ridiculous. Another one is Only Hers by Frances Ray. Now, this is one of my first actually, so I think it was probably the first black romance book I ever read. I was really young, like maybe 11 or 12. Don't judge me. I was an advanced reader, and I was on the bookmobile, and they were about to leave, and I needed to grab something quick, so I just grabbed something that caught my eye, and was a book with a red cover. So I just saw the spine. I grabbed it, and I looked at it, and this book called Only Hers, and it has this woman with her hand down a man's chest. I was like, whatever. Got it, loved it. I ended up buying it, and I read it I used to read it like every year. I don't read it as often anymore, but it's still one of my favorites. And that one was by Frances Ray, and of course, you guys know I am a huge, I am a huge fan of Game of Thrones, minus that trash 8th season. And I absolutely adore the books. I have read through them, the ones that's available anyway. I have read through them 3 times, and when George finally decides to release The Winds of Winter, I will probably reread through them to catch myself up all over again. The third time I actually even took notes. I have a little notebook full of notes of Game of Thrones, the characters, the prophecies, all that kind of stuff. The Outlander series, again, another series I've read multiple times, because with them, the characters, even with Game of Thrones as well, or the Song of Ice and Fire, with the Outlander series, like, I love the characters so much that I start missing them, like literally missing them, like they are people in my life. And so I'll have to go back and read and catch up with them. So hopefully her new book in that series will be coming out maybe in 2021 or so, not sure. And also love the Black Dagger Brotherhood series by J.R. Ward. It is a vampire or fantasy series. However, these are not the sparkly vampires from Twilight. These are like badass vampires, and I absolutely love them. And it seems like she's actually starting to go through and rewrite or not rewrite, but write second stories for each character. And so I am loving that. And so, yeah, there's just some of my favorite reads, some that I read multiple times. I'm definitely going to have to reread The Count of Monte Cristo soon. So, anyway. And here, this was the 28th, is when I found out about the passing of Chadwick Boseman, and I just kind of wanted to do a spread dedicated to that. I tried to make the background look like the ancestral plane that he goes to, that his character T'Challa goes to in the movie Black Panther, and so, yeah. Kind of got it, but you know, it could be better. But anyway, for the most part, I like the way that it turned out, and he will be missed. Like, that one really hit hard for me, really hit hard. So rest in peace, Mr. Boseman. I appreciate you and your work and your artistry. It was just phenomenal. And on the 31st, I have been looking forward to this once it was announced. We had the Brandy versus Monica the verses that they air or whatever, and for the most part I enjoyed it. The music was just I'm a Brandy fan. Okay, let me amend that. I am both a Brandy and Monica fan, but there was a point in time that I think I pretty much stopped listening to Monica, but and Brandy is somebody that I listen to very often. I revisit her CDs, so for me, I relate more to her music. Not saying that I don't relate at all to Monica's music. I actually love Monica's music, especially her early work. Oh my God. What's the blue CD? I can't remember, but it was phenomenal. And yeah, so they had the verses. While I enjoyed going down memory lane and all of the music, the atmosphere or the energy between the two was a little off. Like, I felt like Brandy was a little too eager, and Monica kind of had like a little stank attitude. So I was like, ugh. But other than that, I enjoyed the music. So overall, good show, ladies. And yeah, so that is pretty much it for the month of August. If anybody has any comments or questions about anything, you can definitely leave those below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you all to my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. If you're new here and you like my content, then please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye.